All right, we're going to do the unboxing of Escape the Dark Sector and, take a look at it. The game of deep space adventure. This is the follow up to Escape the Dark Castle. I will do a solo playthrough of Escape the Dark Castle and Escape the Dark Sector, but that's coming up. So let us crack this open. And like I said in the look through Escape the Dark Castle, I'm late to this party. I think Escape the Dark Castle came out in 2017. This one came out in 2020. I've heard about these, but I'm just late to the party. So there you have it, the game of deep space adventure. I've heard because I've read a little bit about this, and I've heard that they made some improvements, or as far as combat strategy and a little bit of tactics on this game. So it says here, Escape the Dark Sector is a simple sci-fi adventure game. Simple it is, but still good. With a focus on atmosphere, storytelling, and player cooperation, perfect for newcomers to tabletop gaming. Playing as the crew of an impounded starship, you find yourselves confined to the detention block of a vast space station. Using a variety of advanced gear and weaponry, embark on a desperate mission to find your ship and blast your way home. This this artwork, I really do like it. It reminds me of, what I used to play back in the day, Gamma World back in the 80s. I'm going to talk about this on a separate video. So, look at that. I mean, it's got some awards here. So, I did mention it is good because, I've read enough about it to know that it probably is going to be good, that I'm going to enjoy it. So this is where you keep your hit points, right? So it's like a little health chart, medical record. So it's it's kind of cool that that you do it that way. Because as you mark down your hit points, it'll look like a medical chart. Comes with some pencils. Here's the rule book, a little thicker than Escape the Dark Castle, and I love the art. The art is just so cool. So you got all the components there. We're going to look through some of this stuff. So it's very similar to Escape the Dark Castle, but again, it does have some. How cool is that? It has some. The deck, for instance, is divided into three sections, right? It's mixed, and then I think you remove a certain amount of cards, but it's got Act 1, Act 2, and 3, so it gets progressively harder. So you would mix some of those cards into their own sections there. So playing the game, see, this is what I was talking about, the medical records, kind of cool. A lot of dice in this, and the item cards and using the items. You have weapons. You have like laser guns and things like that. You have ammunition, right? There's ammunition dice, like in the battle rifle there. So again, it does have some additional tactical stuff. Nothing complicated, simple stuff. But I think this will be very cool to play. That there looks cool. And this is the solo play section. But I've been trying to get one of these shirts. And there's The Last of Us. Have not played that or looked into it. So let's crack this open, shall we? Huge deck of cards in here. I'm sure it'll have the characters, right? Yeah, these are the characters you can choose. Lieutenant Abbott, Lieutenant Taylor. All right, so just like in Escape the Dark Castle, you have your strengths here. Tanner, Miller, Smith. Pretty cool. I think in the solo for this, I haven't read it, but I'm assuming it's the same or of Escape the Dark Castle, which is probably two, right? If you're playing solo, you play with two characters. To play solo, yeah, any two members. It says choose any two members. So it's just like Escape from Dark Castle. So then you have, I don't know what these are. These are probably the bosses, right? These are the ones that you're going to fight at the end of the game. So here you have more options too, because in Escape the Dark Castle, there's only 3 bosses. Here, apparently, you have 5 of them. I just love this art. I think it's so cool. And this is what I was talking about, right? This is the level 3 cards. So I guess, I don't know, is it 15 cards like in Escape the Dark Castle? Let me see here. Setting up the game. Shuffle the boss cards and deal 1 face down. Shuffle the Act 3 chapter cards and deal 4 face down on the boss card. Okay, so then repeat the previous step for Act 2 chapter cards and finally for Act 1. So you're going to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards? 13, 14 cards? And of course you get more than that here, so you'll be shuffling these. Let's see how many. Well, you have quite a few level 3 cards, so you'll be shuffling these and just playing with 4. So you got a fair amount of options here. And then the 2, level 2, and then finally the level 1 cards. So it gets, like I said, progressively more difficult with the, and this is the, oh, why 3 of these? Well, let's look. Oh, okay. Well, there's 3 different ways to start the adventure. How cool is that? I haven't read these, but I just love that. Love that art. But there's 3 ways to start the adventure. That's cool. So, yeah, it's the same sort of thing, right? But here, there's some additional information here as opposed to in Escape the Dark Castle. They don't have, but this probably has to do with long range weapons. Yeah. Again, I haven't read the manual, so. These are cool. Very cool, and I love the art. Don't care to look too much through these cards. So, okay, wait a minute. These are the bosses. There's 4, no, there's 5 of them. And then here are the characters. I'll put them on top here. That's very cool. And then these cards that, actually these should go on top, right? I can't wait to play this, to be honest. I think it's very cool. These of course are great. These are great. Cunning, wisdom, and might, right? The little fist. And then, of course, these other dice, I think they have to do with long-range weapons. Each character has their own die as well. Here's Lieutenant Smith. Yeah, so as you can see in here, you have You have dice with, I don't know if you can see that. Well, you see under there, you have dice with, well, how do you get these out of here? You have dice with bullets. Well, I don't know what all these dice are for, but see, the dice with bullets. I think the player, the character uses this when they have a weapon. So there's a few more dice in this game than in Escape the Dark Castle. And of course you have, oh, look at this. Close combat actions, fight, reload, activate drone, trade, take cover. You can do flank attacks. That's cool. Let me crack this open. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this, and I will play it on, camera. Oh. Let's see what we got here. Range combats. Rules to remember. When taking the shoot action, roll a hit die along with your ammo dice. Okay, so those are ammo dice, right? Some of those. At the start of a round of combat, if the shoot action is not declared by at least one player, then ranged combat does not take place, being close combat instead, and so on and so forth. Might, cunning, wisdom. Roll a chapter die for each member of the crew. Okay, that's when a monster shows up or creature, right? Enemy ranged combat attack value, and these are nice. This is nice to have because it's a good reference. Drone charging. Activate medical drone. Okay, I don't know how the drones are used. Oh, okay. This is I've heard about this. This is whether you accomplished a mission or failed. You flip this over and read it. So then we have these white cards here, which are, oh, I guess they're weapons. Oh, I know also that you get a cybernetic, every character gets a cybernetic implant, which gives you some kind of ability, right? So that's cool. And then you got these guns. And what do we have here? These are, I guess, the items, right? Oh, and some more weapons. There's the battle rifle. A chrono bomb. After rolling any number of or type of dice, discard to re-roll them all, applying only the second results. So that's a push your luck. But you got some weapons here. You got some healing. Look at this. Discard to restore 2 HP to your crew member. I'm really looking forward to playing this. This is just too cool. It's too cool, right? How cool is all this? And it just brings me back, right? It brings me back to the old days of playing this. But like I said, I'll talk about this on a separate video. Escape the Dark Sector. Really looking forward to getting into this. I just wanted to show it to you in case you were late to the party, like I am, like I have been with these games, because I know they've been out for a few years and I haven't played them. So there you have it. Escape the Dark Sector, the game of deep space adventure. We're going to have a solo playthrough coming up.